Hello and welcome to TTV News. Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 days of urgent and serious work with a spirit of democracy and high responsibility, the 10 sessions of the People's Council of TayNinhTV Province, the 10 sessions completed the proposed program content.
On the basis of reports and submissions of the Provincial People's Committee, reports of the Standing Committee of the People's Council and the committees of the Provincial People's Council, reports of the People's Procuracy, People's Court and the Provincial Civil Judgment Enforcement Department, announcement of the Provincial National Assembly Delegation and the Provincial Vietnam Fatherland Standing Committee, the Provincial People's Council spent time discussing and giving comprehensive comments on the contents presented at the meeting. Carrying out the monitoring function, the meeting conducted a vote of confidence for 29 people elected by the Provincial People's Council, the 10th term 2021-2026 tenure. At the same time, at the Provincial People's Council meeting, questions and answers were conducted directly on two groups of issues in the fields of natural resources and environment, construction and people's court. Also at the meeting, the Provincial People's Council reviewed and voted to pass 29 resolutions, deciding many important contents not only for 2024 but also for the period of 2021-2025 and the following years. With the spirit of solidarity, resilient tradition and desire to rise, on behalf of the Provincial People's Council, Mr. Nguyễn Thành Tâm, Secretary of the Provincial Party Committee, Chairman of the Provincial People's Council, also called on voters and the provincial people to join hands and unite with party committees and authorities to overcome difficulties, continue to effectively implement measures to maintain and promote production and business, better exploit potential, make good use of new opportunities, and decide focus on successfully implementing socio-economic goals and tasks in 2024, striving to successfully implement the resolution of the Provincial Party Congress for the 2020-2025 term.
In the morning of December 8th, the Central Propaganda and Training Department organized a Central Preparators Conference in December and summarized the overall propaganda work in 2023 online. Ms. Phan Xuân Thủy, Deputy Head of the Central Propaganda and Training Department, attended and directed the conference.
At the Provincial Party Committee meeting points, there were Mr. Lê Thành Công, Provincial Party Committee member, standing deputy head of the Provincial Party Committee's Propaganda and Training Department, online conference to districts, townships, city, communes, wards, and towns in the province. The leaders of the Central Foreign Affairs Commission briefly informed about the state's visit to Vietnam of General Secretary and President of China, Xi Jinping. Leaders of the National Assembly Office announced the topic, important results of the sixth session of the 15th National Assembly, summary of oral propaganda work, reporter and propagandist activities in 2023, deployed tasks in 2024, rewarding groups and individuals with outstanding achievements in word-of-mouth propaganda in 2023. At the conference, the Central Propaganda and Training Department awarded certificates of merit to 14 groups and 6 individuals with outstanding achievements in oral propaganda work and reporter activities. At the Provincial People's Council meeting held in the afternoon of December 8, 2023, Provincial People's Council delegates resolved to pass 29 important results. The resolution on the 2024 Socio-Economic Development Plan clearly states the goals, targets, as well as solutions to implement the plans as proposed by the resolution. The goal set for 2024 in TayNinhTV Province is to prioritize promoting economic development, striving to achieve a growth rate higher than the national average, restructure the economy more practically and effectively, effective management and use of land and resources associated with environmental protection and proactive adaptation to climate change, improve quality and effectively use human resources, develop cultural and social fields in harmony with economic development, ensure security and take care of policy beneficiaries. Promote administrative reform, especially administrative procedure reform. The resolution also clearly stated 11 groups of key tasks and specific solutions to achieve their goals. The Provincial People's Committee was assigned to implement the resolution. The Standing Committee of the Provincial People's Council and specialized committees, representative groups and People's Council delegates will monitor the implementation of the resolution. After 1 year of implementing decision number 407 in 2022, after Prime Minister approving the project, policy communication organization with great impact on society in the process of developing legal documents period of 2022-2027. TayNinhTV Provincial People's Committee commented that it is necessary to focus on implementing a number of solutions to further improve the effectiveness of this work in the coming time. According to the Provincial People's Committee, in recent times, the communication of draft policies has been effectively implemented by all levels and sectors in the province, creating conditions for people to participate in comments and decisions during the legal policy development process. In the coming time, the Provincial People's Committee requires departments, branches, unions, businesses of the province and people's committees of districts, towns and cities to raise awareness of the position and importance of communication of draft legal policy, arrange departments and staff to carry out the task of communicating the draft policy, focus on mobilizing social resources to participate in communication work on draft policies. At the Congress summarizing party and political work in 2023, organized by the Portugal Government, in the afternoon of December 7, units discussed and clarified the advantages and limitations in performing this work. Speaking at the conference, Colonel Phạm Đình Triều, Political Commissioner of the Provincial Portugal Government, acknowledged the efforts of party committees and unit committees at all levels in carrying out the tasks of party work and political work in 2023, and some results have been achieved. Also, in the afternoon of the same day, the Provincial Portugal Government organized a summary of the emulation and reward work and the emulation movement to win in 2023. At the conference, many groups and individuals were rewarded by the Portugal Government and the Provincial Portugal Government for their achievements in fighting crime, achievements in successfully completing tasks typical in the emulation movement to win in 2023. In addition, the Portugal Government also awarded the title of Decisive Winning Unit to 2 units, including the Reconnaissance Department, Provincial Portugal Government, and Tân Hà Portugal Station. The Portugal of TayNinhTV province had just launched a peak emulation to celebrate the 65th anniversary of the Portuguese Traditional Day and the 35th anniversary of the National Portugal Day. This emulation has the theme 16 5 days of emulation to achieve success and win, focusing on 3 contents and targets, such as building determination and a high sense of responsibility for officers and soldiers throughout the unit. Successfully complete assigned political tasks, democracy, good solidarity, strict compliance with discipline and safety. At the launching ceremony, Colonel Phạm Đình Triều, Political Commissioner of the Provincial Portugal Government, requested party committees and committees of agencies and units to lead, direct, and organize closely and seriously so that the competition takes place to achieve quality, practical efficiency, achieving many excellent achievements, further enhancing the 65-year tradition of the heroic Portugal force. Currently, key regional connection projects have been actively implemented by TayNinhTV. With the Ho Chi Minh City Mobile Expressway Construction Investment Project, the province has agreed with Ho Chi Minh City on the arrangement of the intersection between the project and Ho Chi Minh Road, the implementation plan and capital mechanism to build parallel retaining walls. It is expected that the Prime Minister will approve the project investment policy in the fourth quarter of 2023. Goyo Samad Expressway Construction Investment Project, Phase 1 from Goyo to TayNinhTV City. Sun Group is preparing a project pre-feasibility study report and investment proposal for Goyo Samad Expressway project. According to the Public-Private Partnership or PPP method, interline road connecting area NH 7H7B 7H9 components project 1 and H road expected to start construction in the fourth quarter of 2023. Components project to DT7H7B road expected to be completed in the second quarter of 2024. Components project 3 DT7H9 road expected to be completed in the fourth quarter of 2024. the groundwater source in daily life in Changhua Border Commune, Changzhou District is considered to be heavily contaminated with alum. On the rainwater supply projects have been invested, the capacity only meets less than 1 out of 3 of the local households. Therefore, many households still have to continue using alum-contaminated water. In 2020, the People's Committee of the province approved investment in upgrading the Saigon to bridge water supply system. The system has a design capacity up to 1,300 cubic meters per day and night, with items such as built-in groundwater reservoirs, processing cluster operator, level 2 pump house, clean water tank. The electrical system supplies power to the entire pumping station, expanding the pipeline network. By September 2020, the project will be accepted and put into use. Due to its location next to the shore of Yojing Lake, the raw water supply for this project will no longer depend on the water source provided by Fico Cement Company as before. From there, it will ensure a sufficient supply of clean water for local households.
Ladies and gentlemen, in the morning of December 8th, as the question and answer sessions of the 10 sessions of the 10 Provincial People's Council, the horn heated up when delegates questioned issues in the field of natural resources and environment, in which the story of people donating land to build roads to new rural areas many years ago later encountered problems when they were unable to complete procedures related to land changes, affecting their legitimate rights. Leaders of the Departments of Natural Resources and Environment promised before the meeting that in the first 6 months of 2024, the departments will coordinate to completely resolve problems.
In recent times, some voters have reported that there have been many cases where people were encouraged by the state to donate land use rights to build rural roads and develop the movement to build new rural areas. But when completed, land users have not been able to correct changes in public work in the land use rights certificates, causing people to encounter problems when carrying out procedures for extending, transferring, or donating land use rights, or when applying for a mortgage loan from a bank, it cannot be done. Meanwhile, many roads have been invested in and landowners have been awarded certificates of merit by local authorities. In 2015-2016, we donated 5 meters of land to build a new rural road for people to transport agricultural products. Then my documents were not given back. I hope the government will consider solving this problem for me and make it convenient for me. Thank you. There were reverse cases such as the construction of 11B Village Road that had been under construction for 17-18 years, but at that time, the road for rural traffic, district roads, and commune roads, the state mobilized people to donate land to build roads without a decision on land recovery. Currently, if people need to change the paper, they must follow the instruction number 7. People must make an application to donate land so that the state can carry out the project. This project has been invested for nearly 20 years, so it will not be consistent with the current status. On May 30, 2020, the Department of Natural Resources and Environment issued instruction number 7 on donating land use rights to the state for public purposes. However, this instruction still does not remove difficulties for many cases. These problems were questioned by the Provincial People's Council delegates to the leaders of the Department of Natural Resources and Environment. During the question and answer session in the morning of December 8 of the 10th session of the Provincial People's Council, on cases of donating land to build roads, returning land to the state legally for legal purposes, for social purpose, for new rural areas, I will resolve this problem in all ways, according to the provisions of law, completely resolved in the first 6 months of the year, but there must be coordination from the People's Committees of districts, towns and cities. The Department of Natural Resources and Environment alone, the Land Registration Office alone cannot do it. Immediately after the meeting, the Department of Natural Resources and Environment will issue a document requesting localities to report in detail cases of land donation for road construction that still have procedural problems to coordinate solutions for people with the determination to solve problems. The problem will be completely resolved in the first 6 months of 2024. The meeting chairman asked the next provincial council delegates to monitor and supervise the implementation. Leaders of the natural resources and environment sector also stated clearly that the gesture of donating land for public works is worthy of honor and setting an example. However, in addition to efforts to remove problems in case of land donation for legitimate reasons, the industry will also strictly manage land fluctuations, preventing cases of taking advantage of land donation to divide separate plots, affecting the local security and other situations.
Ladies and gentlemen, currently the work of preventing and combating corruption and negativity is being promoted. The authority have focused on promoting education and propaganda, creating self-awareness and high unity in awareness and action in the office, party members and peoples on preventing and combating corruption and negativity. This issue was also raised by delegates of the Provincial People's Council to the court during the question and answer sections at the 10th session.
At the questioning session, 9 delegates asked questions asking the Chief Justice of the Provincial Appeals Court to clarify a number of contents such as mediation and dialogue work in court, quality and solutions to improve the capacity, qualifications, bravery and responsibility of judges and court officers, especially the prevention and handling of corruption and negativity within the court sector. In the reports responding to questions, the Chief Justice only evaluated the results of implementing anti-corruption and negativity in the sector in 2023, not mentioning solutions to implement fighting against corruption and negative effects of the sector in the coming time. It is requested that Chief Justice can briefly outline some of the sector's main solutions for this work in the coming time. We request the Chief Justice to further evaluate this content and solutions to effectively prevent and handle corruption and negativity within the court sector, as well as the implementation of Regulations 132 of the Police Bureau on controlling power, preventing and combating negativity and corruption in investigation, prosecution, trial, and judgment enforcement in the coming time. Regarding the issue of preventing corruption and negativity within the court sector that the People's Council delegates mentioned, Ms. Nguyễn Thị Tuyết Vân, Chief Justice of the Provincial Appeals Court, received and explained. In the orientation on preventing and combating corruption, according to new regulation number 132, the court has also just developed a plan for implementation. Regarding the division of fields to prevent and combat corruption and negativity in the coming time, under it is a solution, the court said it could implement in 2023. It is a general solution to implement in the task of preventing and combating corruption in the court and has just implemented a new regulation on preventing and combating negativity in the law enforcement agency. The court also has a very active plan. The court also has a very active plan to develop and implement. The questioning and answering sessions took place in an atmosphere of democracy, frankness, and responsibility, focusing on clarifying the current situation, causes, and responsibilities of relevant agencies, organizations, and individuals, determine basic solutions to overcome. According to a survey by the Vietnam E-commerce Association with thousands of businesses across the country, the e-commerce sector continues to grow strongly, with a growth rate of over 25% and reached last scale of over $20 billion. This growth rate can be maintained in the 3-year period of 2023-2025. Although e-commerce is developing strongly, Vietnam does not have separate regulations on management policies and custom procedures for goods traded via e-commerce. Exported and imported goods traded via e-commerce encounter problems in procedures, licensing, conditions, and specialized inspection. Vietnam needs to innovate management policies and custom procedures for import and export goods traded via e-commerce. Currently, the custom industry is focusing on implementing the task of developing platform system to meet the requirements of deploying a system to connect and send numbers of the custom industry to serve the connection and data sharing of inter-industry information system following a centralized sharing connection model, build platform services to deploy e-government for custom authorities, and complete the online public service provision platform. Experts and businesses also recommended strengthening management and supervision of goods in the online environment, promoting consumer confidence in online shopping activities, protecting traders, organize healthy business, and promote e-commerce development.
That's all for today, TTV News. Thank you for being with us, and goodbye for now.